Alright, so what he's up to. It's a bit late in it, but I've had a bit of a mad day. Not in a bad way, just there's a shit to do, shit to sort out and all that. I'm so tired, but I wanted to go and do a live today, but cause I'd let people in and all that, I was just like, oh for fuck's sake, I just didn't want people to kinda, not to be ruining it, but just to be in the background and all that kind of shit, but I'm lying here with this nutter. My pal. It's mad how you can love reptiles more than human beings, innit? Apart from my son, obviously, but they're my pets, you know what I mean? So I'm attached to them, and I struggle with attachment. Excuse me, fucking hell. Aye. Every time I've had an emotional attachment to a human being, it's just it's not turned out too well. But just life, innit? But anyway, I had an interesting day yesterday, right? So there was this lassie for a Scottish university who had reached out and asked me to do an interview about the state of rehabilitation in Scotland. Now, it was quite interesting because there's no enough of this happening in Scotland, right? It's always like, oh, we'll just show them everything that we're doing right. We'll not show them what we're doing wrong. And to me, that they're doing, and when I say they, I'm talking about the criminal justice system and the penal establishment. They're showing you everything that they think they're doing right, but they're not showing you anything that they think they're doing wrong, and therein lies the problem. Excuse me for yawning, but it's like fucking 1:30 in the morning. Jeez. I've been trying to do a video all day, but I've had that many ideas I didn't know what one to go with, so I just thought, fuck it. I'll video myself lying on top of my king size bed watching a documentary with my lizard lying on my fucking chest, not a moon. Anyway, it was quite interesting because we videoed it in which is basically my first school, my primary school, but it's been converted into, excuse me, fucking hell. My primary school has been converted into housing offices and a community centre. And the community centre is actually somewhere where my son goes, so it kind of has this kind of nostalgia to it. Because obviously I was saying to this lassie, the first steps I took in my primary school years were in here and blah blah blah. Quite a weird feeling, but fuck it. Oh fuck. And all I've done's eat all day because of that weather. See when it's like that, like pissing the rain, windy as fuck, I'm just like, well, we'll just stay in the house all day, we'll bunker down, just watch Netflix, YouTube, documentaries and just chill. But my wee boy's not in, he's away to stay with his pal, so I'm in myself, you know what I mean? And then I was wanting to do a live, and then I was like, if I do a live, mate, I'm going up to like fucking 3, 4 in the morning. You know what I mean? Excuse me. But Spike's not having it. What? Spikey. Spikey. Spikey! As you can see, Spike's awake. So, no sleeping. Sleeping before I done a video, but this is my house, motherfucker. But aye, it was quite interesting, this interview. Sorry for yawning so much, fucking hell, man. I must need my bed. Aye. First time I've sat and done a video just chilling on top of my bed, know what I mean? But fuck it, innit? Needs must and all that shit. But aye, so this lassie had reached out to my local housing, like kind of local authority. and was saying like how she was doing a master's degree in politics and journalism. And do they know anybody just out of prison who could talk to them about rehabilitation? So they're like, yeah, oh, we know somebody, alright. Went and met the lassie, and it was, I'm telling you, the new half. Yous might think differently, right? And I'll soon find out what you think, but I felt that I smashed this interview out the fucking park. I feel like I smashed this interview into orbit. And if I'm wrong, like, and when I post this, you can totally tell me, like, I don't mind. Constructive criticism isn't a bad thing. It's like when people try to down you and out, like be negative and toxic about it, that's when it becomes an issue. No, when you're saying, here, Chris, listen, man, I don't, you've done videos better than that fucking thing, then I'm like, right, well, fair dues then, mate, you're entitled to that. But this lassie's an academic doing a master's degree. It's not like, and I respect the education, if you get me. I think I'd said, excuse me, fucking hell, fuck, fucking hell. I think I'd said on Sean Toll's podcast, I think it was on there, how I wouldn't have cared if you were in Shorts prison doing a degree in fucking growing flowers, or fucking a degree in mathematics, something I know nothing about. I would have wanted to speak to you for the sole reason that you are above average intelligence in a prison, and I gravitate towards that, because there's got to be something. There's got to be something I can learn for you, and not even about what you're studying. Something about your life, how smart you are, blah blah blah. And that's not to say, to me, know everybody who's academic is smart. You have different types of smarts, and what I mean by that is, people would always say, oh, you're so brainy, you're so smart. Aye, what, cause I can read fucking books? I know cunts that can fucking strip a motor down into every individual part, lay it out like a jigsaw, build it back up again. To me, that's smart, right? That's clever. So intelligence is all these different ways. So it's not like, oh, he can read books, aye, alright, but you can get a cunt that can't read and write, but you can fucking strip motors down, build them back up like jigsaw puzzles, you know what I mean? And that's smart to me, but this guy probably thinks I'm smart, do you know what I mean? So, what I guess the point I'm trying to make is, intelligence comes in many different forms, like beauty. Like a lassie you think stunning, somebody you know might not think she's stunning, but you do. Do you get me? So it's like, intelligence might be in the eye of the beholder, is what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I mean? But it was such an interesting interview. I done it right in my old primary school, where the old playground would have been the playground, right? And I'm sitting here in this mad Zen garden, so bright, sunny, peaceful, like mad Zanshin state of mind shit. And it just felt a bit surreal, but the lassie who interviewed me basically was like, will you post this on your YouTube channel? I was like, fucking right. Because at the end of the day, like, I feel that people who are making YouTube channels with criminal past, and it could be in America, fucking Britain, wherever, a lot of us are trying to get this message out through our own lived experience. And when I say lived experience, what I mean is, like, you'll get somebody who maybe, and I'm not talking about myself, right, so you get maybe somebody who is running about fucking involved in deep punting, drugs, scamming, fucking organised crime shit, right? And they go 20, 30 year, 15 year, 10 year, right? Double figures, and just thought, no, what, fuck yes, man, I'm stopping this. And they've started making films, fucking writing books, starting up gyms, whatever, right? Just a hook for change that they call in the desistance literature, like something that you can grab onto to fucking turn your life around. You know what I mean? And mine's was the first hook for change I had was my education, but the main one was my son, because like as I've said in a lot of kind of no documentaries but other podcasts, like all it would take is for somebody to speak to me in the wrong tone of voice and I would want to hurt them. But that's an inferiority complex to me. If I heard that about somebody else, I'd be like, inferiority complex ripping at you, because somebody's made you feel small. You feel that you need to make them feel 10 times smaller for the way they spoke to you, the way they acted towards you, whatever, disrespectful, whatever, right? And it took a long time for me to realise that in prison, right? Like half my life, and then my education, like higher education, studying psychology, criminology, all that shit. So I learned a lot about myself by looking inwards. Even though I remember when tellies first get introduced to prison, but even at the end, I would only have my telly on for background noise to blot out the thoughts in my head, because I'd either be studying that much or just lying on top of my bed thinking. Kinda like what I'm doing right now, but at the end of the day I'm talking to people on a YouTube channel, do you get me? And some people ask me like all these different questions since I've been doing this. And they say like, oh, do you think like people look at you this way and that way? And I'm like, mate, like everybody cares what people think of them, right? Unless you're a psychopath. The only way you wouldn't care is if you're a psychopath or a, like, and I hate using this word narcissist, right? Because it seems that you could get into an argument with somebody and they're just using this word on you. They don't even know what it means. You could ask them, but anyway. Unless you have a personality disorder, right, where you've complete total lack of empathy, you don't care about anybody's feelings, you can't put yourself in their position, right? Do you get me? And I used to think that was me, right? But see, before, right, so the catalyst for all this was my dad dying, right? Before that, like, I was just so emotional, and when I say emotional, I mean like, I was easy to upset, I was easy to like it was easy to hurt my feelings, right? Then my dad died when I was 14, like, it was almost like overnight, I did not give a fuck. And it was almost like, imagine your feelings are a tap, and you just turn the tap off, like, that much, that it's like the tap doesn't work anymore. And I believe this, I believe like, mate, I'm stone cold, they can't fuck with me, my heart's made of stone and all that, and trust me, I totally believed that until I was finishing my 16 year, had a child, and then I felt like that tap switching back on. And I'm not gonna lie, there's some situations and there's some things that I think like, no, you're like, it might sound like I sound like I don't want to say a psychopath, right? But like, there's some things I just think are unforgivable. For example, people that maybe abduct children, women, torture them, whatever, doing it for kicks, they lie and think about it for years. And if I think that they get hurt, and so say it's one of it, somebody in prison for a crime like that gets done in, and I'm like, good on them, whoever done that. And deep down I'm going, you're still, and when I say you, I'm talking about myself. I say like, you're meant to be putting up this narrative of turn your life around and all that, but then when it comes to shit like that, you're like, no, fuck you, mate, you deserve that. And I can't change that view, and I'm not gonna, because to me that would me being unauthentic. I wouldn't be true to myself. and it's how I say it sometimes as well. I say it like in a kind of neddy fashion, because my brain and my mouth are two separate things, you know what I mean? It's just the way it is, do you know what I mean? But and I said that to this lassie as well when I was doing the interview. There's just some things that are unforgivable, do you know what I mean? There's no, well, I hate the word rehabilitation, but I'll just use it here. But it was so interesting doing this interview. Um, like, in basically my first primary school, do you know what I mean? And it was so warm and bright and sunny, and I was just like, I'm just at peace now. It was so weird. And I'm really, really looking forward to uploading it onto my channel. Um, because I feel like sometimes, and I've heard this for a lot of people who know me, they're saying like, you come across so different on these interviews for you to, like, in real life and all, and I'm going, well, I should think so, fuck's sake. Because obviously, as I've said before, when I'm going on and things like that, it's like I need to kind of try and speak a bit more fucking intelligently, you know what I mean? But that's not to say that it's being false, it's just me, I'm not that embarrassed of them, fuck's sake. It's like, who's this fucking nutter you've just pulled out of fucking sewer, know what I mean? But it was such an interesting experience, I really need to say. And I know I've been on a couple of podcasts before and that, but this just felt different because it was somebody who is a student doing a master's degree at a Scottish university who also works in a prison, a Scottish prison. So you have these kind of don't want to say platforms, but these two kind of angles where me and her can relate, meet each other in a dialogue, whatever. Do you know what I mean? It was really interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. Getting sent to me and being uploaded and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? But as I says, I was wanting to do a wee live earlier the day, and then I was like, fucking hell, fucking pissing the rain, and but I think I really need to get mine done tomorrow or something. I've been off my class all week because my left leg for the knee down, from my knee to my sock line is black and blue. For sparring. Uh, I think I said before about it, I don't know. So I've not been in my class all week, but I'm starting back Monday at the latest, preferably Saturday or Sunday, but Monday at the very latest if I don't go before, know what I mean? But fucking mental. I've got a couple of ideas for a couple of more videos anyway, man. The mad shit has been going on, man, that I've been reading about, but other than that, I hope these are all fucking chilling and taking stock of if there's some out there with maybe addiction or crime issues, whatever. You're taking stock and you're just going, no, what, fuck yes, man, do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not gonna lie, and I said this to the lassie yesterday, I says, see anybody that spent half their life in jail, like, maybe for violent crimes, right, and I'm not talking about predators, I'm talking about somebody that, like, goes out drinking that weekend with the troops and for, you know, oh, they're hangmen on that, they're like, you know what I mean, like, maybe scheme wars, right? And they tell you, oh, I'm rehabilitated, mate, and oh no, I don't ever think about it. To me, it's pure lies, mate. You can be in a shop, you can be in a pub, you can be whatever, and something could trigger the old part of you that used to make you commit the crimes. Doesn't mean to say you're going to act on it. It's called thoughts, feelings, and actions. I always have the thoughts and the feelings. I almost never have the actions, and I don't want to. Because at the end of the day, it's what I said to her as well. I says, I don't feel like I'm doing good in life, but at the same time, compared to where I was 5, 10 years ago, I'm fucking mate, I'm smashing it. I'm staying in a fucking penthouse compared to, fuck's sake, I was staying in a place that was like the size of a fucking broom cupboard, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, mate, I've got full custody of my son. I'm fucking got my wee pets that I have, my three snakes, my lizard, and doing podcasts and all that, and just try to be a better person, you know what I mean? And you always gotta get your negative people. It's like, oh, he's a fucking, he's a daft, he's an arse, whatever. But you know what, mate? I heard all that shit before I even started becoming a criminal. Do you know what I mean? So what enough I ducked back. And at the end of the day, the people that always criticise you, they're never doing better than you. They're the cunts that are just unhappy with themselves. The way I was unhappy with myself, but just refused to acknowledge the fact that I was unhappy with myself. You know what I mean? In my life and all that. So it's not about the fact you're rehabilitated. It's about managing. It's about managing yourself. Because you know, if everything in your life that helps you go straight was taken away, would you go back to crime? It's a fair question, innit? I really don't know the answer. If somebody goes, oh, so what's the answer for you? Or, I don't know. Years ago, I'd just said I'd go back to just being a fucking pure bandit, you know what I mean? But now I don't know. I'm older, I'm wiser, but depends. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to do a wee video because it's fucking lying here with Darth Spike, and I know it's late, but I was got to do one earlier, but see the amount of phone calls I had to do about shit, and then like fucking hell, man, I'm not gonna get nothing done, not him. Then I was like, I'll just do a live then, I'll just talk to everybody, but nothing goes the way I plan it. So I thought I'd just do a video lying on top of my bed watching the telly and fucking just upload it, know what I mean? But cheers everybody for all the positivity, and it's mad how the amount of positivity I'm getting for doing this. Like my pal phoned me for the jail and said, Chris, he says you're making waves in here, and to me that doesn't sound good. You're making waves in here. He's like, no, it's like every cunt's talking about this, but in a good way. And I was like, fucking hell. So it's what I always say to I say to Big Kev and a bit, is like we probably make a bigger impact for guys coming out and fucking the criminal justice system ever could, not what I mean? There's no help for people coming out. It's what I said to the lassie yesterday, which was the sole basis for her video. What kind of help is there for guys coming out of prison? There's fucking none. Unless your dad's best pal's got a construction company, he's going to give you a job as a scaffolder or a labourer or whatever. Like, there's fuck all. I call it DIY rehabilitation, do it yourself. You know what I mean? And that's how a lot of guys are just getting overwhelmed and fed up and just like, fuck this, man, I've not got all these problems in there. But I have problems out here, but the problems I have out here, I would rather have them than the problems I had in there. Do you get them talk about? Like fucking somebody nearly blinded you, or fighting three cunts at the once, yourself and getting punched about and fucking, or screws what to fucking set you up, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Just, it's the environment for you to live in, is it? You know what I mean? But anyway, hope you're all fucking, you're probably all sleeping now anyway. It's like back of 1 or 2 in the morning. Thanks for tuning in and anyway, and listening to me and commenting and engaging in a positive way. And hope you're all good and fucking smashing life. Like, we all want to smash life, trust me. Everybody does. Smashing life for you is different for me, innit? But it's my birthday in about 3 or 4 days, so nearly all my birthdays I've done inside, so I'm like that when I get one outside, like fucking yeehaw, innit? But aye. So cheers for fucking tuning in that, and I will defo be on a live after I want to try and get one done tomorrow, but it's like one of the ones, man, like see, like the day, man, I had my Wayne's man, she was sleeping in the Wayne's room, been sleeping for like fucking 15 hours or something. I'm like, that's not right, but I still fucking let her sleep there, not I mean, because the Wayne went out anyway, so I was just sitting in the living room watching fucking Netflix and eating shite all day, just stuffing my face, not I mean, gotta get a big pot of buttered chicken on tomorrow with peppers and mushrooms and all that, so hopefully I'll get a wee live going tomorrow, know what I mean, so if you're about, tune in, but you all take care, good night and speak to you soon, right, catches.